Housing market update for June in southern Oklahoma coming right up. Hey everybody, Stacy Hesser here, your favorite realtor in all of southern Oklahoma. And today we're going to be talking about the June statistics for our housing market update, which is going to cover Love County, Carter County, and Murray County. That's the area I work the most. And that would cover the I-35 corridor going from the Texan border on up to just the other side of the Arbuckle Mountains. So what's been going on in our market? Everything's on the rise. Everything's going up. Everything's going up. So let's just get right into it here. So our first slide, we're going to be looking at the active listings for sales in our market. You can see that we had 298 listings in 2022 versus 301 this year. This is really a weird deja vu to March's data, but you can really see the overall change in our market from January of 2018 to present, with obviously the big dip being COVID happening and the point in time when the entire market just kind of came to a standstill. You can see that we're starting to move out of the peak, which would show us that May was probably our peak month so far this year. So next, current days on market. You can see that things are slowly on the rise. Things are slowly trending up. We have moved from 25 days last year to 53 days this year. However, you can see the drastic difference between pre-COVID and where we are today. We are still hugely under where we were before the entire world came to a standstill. We are still very strong in a seller's market right now. And again, this graph really just shows you how unbalanced we are at the moment. We are still, again, like I said, in a seller's market, so it's still a good time for you. Number of sales is going up, 69 last year to 80 this year. As predicted with some of the seasonality of our market, you can see that the numbers continue to just tick up from last month. But buyers are waking back up again and really starting to get back into the game of buying a home. First-time homebuyers in particular are starting to feel the crunch. They're starting to understand that we are not in any kind of a bubble, and time is of the essence if they're really wanting to get into the home market and lock in a home price today. They are really understanding more and more about the possibility of being able to refinance later, but more importantly, to lock in that home price today, because I'm telling you, they're just going to continue going up, especially for our market here, in particular in southern Oklahoma. We have very little new construction going on here in our area, but we continue to have more businesses move into our market, which is just putting an even greater strain on our home inventory. So you'll still continue to see our market be very strong from now into I dare say possibly the next decade. So yes, we are that far behind in our housing, adding more housing into our area, and the demand for it just continues to grow and grow. Next up though, we are going to be talking about the number of new listings. It's slipped a tad year over year. I think sellers, they're starting to question a little more whether or not they want to sell the house that they're currently in and lose that low interest rate. However, the home prices are going to continue rising here. So you still just kind of got to bite the bullet and just lock in that home price that you're going to look at for today versus what you're going to be looking at possibly a year from now. Because in my next slide in particular, talking about the actual home prices, you will definitely see that change, that continuing trend line of growth here. But if you're curious about how much equity that you may have in your home, I would really love to have a conversation with you. You may not think about it, but you could actually be underinsured in your home. So it's always good to keep your finger on the pulse of where you are in the housing market today and what your current value of your home may be. So something different to kind of think about, and totally something different to consider coming from a realtor, not an insurance agent. But here's the next slide that really is just starting to drill home to those people about missing out on our market. You can see that last year, I mean, we used to think that home prices were crazy going through COVID, but you can definitely see that we are on a continual rise of those home prices. However, I don't want you to get spooked and think that we're in some kind of a possibility of a collapse here in Southern Oklahoma. The average home price in the nation is sitting at $396,000. We are still roughly $150,000 below that. So home affordability here is very much within reach for first-time home buyers. It's still very much a market that somebody can get into and not be married to that house payment forever and ever and ever. So this is still a great market for you to make a move into and still, again, just lock in that home price in today's market. I do feel that in the long term that the interest rates will come down. So just consider it that you're locking in your home price and not necessarily that interest rate for that home loan. So you can always refinance later. Ardmore in particular is an area of growth and they continue to bring more businesses into our area. So I just, again, don't expect to see those prices go on any kind of serious decline at any point. So if you have been considering upsizing or downsizing in the Southern Oklahoma market, I would truly love to hear from you. A home market consultation can really help you understand, again, the value of your home, how much equity you have in your home. And I promise you it comes with no strings attached. I'm just not that kind of person to be constantly, like the neurotic girlfriend, just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Are you ready to sell? Or, that's not me. That is so not me. I really just want to educate you. I really want to bring some value into your life and just help you understand what options you may have if you may need to sell in the near future, or maybe again, if your home is undervalued for an insurance policy. We are in an area with volatile storms, so it's always important for you to make sure that you have enough insurance on your house. So anyways, my number is up on the screen. If you do have any questions or want to, like I said, schedule that home consultation, I would truly love to hear from you. But until the next time, you guys, bye.